fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
All right, welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight, it's the East Coast Gen 6 Series here with RGR Racing at Phoenix Motor Speedway for the Phoenix 140. I'm Dean Doucette. He's Baron Labosco. Baron, another great one here. Nice big field down at Phoenix.
Big field, the smaller track, Dean. Phoenix is a real tricky customer here, as you can see on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Very distinct turns. It's only, 1 mile in length, so it's a tight little track, but it's got a lot of characteristics. And tonight, with a bigger field, Dean, we're going to see a lot of two-lane racing tonight.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be very interesting to see how they attack this track here tonight. I mean, the car a little bit loose on exit. I mean, I dare say that with a fixed setup, Baron. So that has you can drive the car different ways to get different reactions. I think that's going to cause us to see some different lines. Going to be highly entertaining.
And to your point, Dean, different lines. Everybody's got their own unique style about this track. It really allows the driver's personality to come out. And this track favors all different types of personalities, doesn't it, Dean? So you're going to see guys charge the turns. You're going to see guys backing up the turns. You're going to see guys on the high line, guys on the low.
The lead, or at least taking the lead here in the points championship. George Leal hot on his trail. You never want to see that if you're Jason Jackson. And Lance Buckshot Ripka right there in contention. Of course, Reiner, Shane Haar, newcomer. Michael Walker II having a great season so far. Darren Bruce, Brian Helm, Corey Leal, Jason Spear, all in the top 10. Race 4 of this season going off, so still lots of time here, Baron.
Plenty of time, and you could throw a blanket under the top 5 on that list right there in front of you. Each one of those drivers really putting together what we like to see in a championship run is that consistency. Very popular win with Jason Jackson last week. It was great to see him not only on the podium but take a checkered flag. And that was against a major competition. We know Corey Leal, defending champion of the Winter Series, staying a hard charger in rookie ranks right now. So really, Lance Ripka being the only one that we kind of expect, if you will, along with Bryce Reiner there vying at this point. So a lot of season left, though.
Yeah, a lot of season. There's a look at Greg Ratliff, the big dog himself out there getting ready. He should be good here tonight. There's that beautiful car of Michael Fleming. Get a shot at that zoomed in. As it gets dark, that shine kind of dissipating a little bit there, but some great shine to that machine. James Ledford out here. Love to see it. Mark Hamill out on the track as well.
Yeah, and like to your points, we're going to transition, aren't we? We're going to go from late afternoon to evening here. So we're going to see these paint jobs really pop under the lights, but we're also going to see the track change.
Yeah, well, we're going to see some of that popping, changing of these as the lights came out and everything. But what's really interesting is you just practiced in the sun. And now the track goes dark. Are you prepared for that change up? The guys got to adjust here, and they have to do it without practice, Baron.
Well, start off this race, Dean, to your point. Look, these guys have done this before, and they'll do it again, and no challenge is too great.
That's for sure. We check in on tonight's starting grid. It's Lance Buckshot Ripka out front with a time of 26.112. Batman Bryce Reiner will be starting in second. George Leal and Brian Helm will start in row number 2. It's Claus Williams and Darren Bruce in row number 3. Tony Ratliff and Corey Leal will be in row 4. Jason Jackson starts 9th with George Dibble in 10th position. Row number 6 features Fred Lester and Derek Whitford. A little further back, you got Hunt, Ratliff, Martin, Brantley, Torgensen, newcomer out here, starting in 17th. You got Spear in 18th, Hamill, Knight, Ian Spear in for Daryl Spear tonight. Reggie Evans, the Toad Man, Todd Gilly, Walker the second, having a good points run out there, so we'll see how he does. And there is the rest of your field.
Just looking in the back of the field here, Paul K. Travis, Eric Whiting, two guys that we know are fast. We'll see them come to the front, no doubt, Dean.
All right, pace car off the track. Here we go, folks. Green down and away. Ripka with the start. Good job by Reiner hanging with them on the outside lane. We're going to have a challenge down into one.
Yeah, no doubt. And Reiner, no stranger to the front row start. He's got it down now, so high line for him at the moment.
Yeah, everybody's spreading out here. You can see the side-by-side action. This is where it gets dangerous. Cars will get loose. Ripka walking away right now.
Yeah, he's able to use all the track, Dean. These other guys, when they're side-by-side, they got to watch for their competitors next to him. So looks like Corey Leal might shuffle it. No, he's going to shuffle in behind Reiner for the moment anyways.
Yeah, Reiner walking that higher line. Got a big run there. Leal backed out a bit. Behind him, looks like Helm and Darren Burke's going at it. And we're under yellow
Good
here.
caution. Like somebody in the back of the pack here, Dean.
Yeah, looks like maybe Herb Ashley, something happening there.
Yep.
Not seeing anything on my radar, but we'll see if we can pick something up anyway.
Now, there's the Toad Man back there with him, so.
So there's Herb Ashley. That's Paul K. Travis on the top side. Oh, and Ashley just losing it out of the corner. A little too much wheel, a little too much throttle. That's easy to do here at Phoenix.
Single car spin, no harm, no foul. Let's re-rack them and do it again.
Yeah, okay, well, everybody got to see what they got, get a little feel for it there, and we'll re-rack them. Couple of movers, nothing too major. Looks like Greg Ratliff picked up 3 spots already, so good job by him. The big dog, Barron, you can never count him out. He's had a bit of a lull here over the last, 12 weeks or so, but at any time, he can get up here and win one of these things.
Yeah, he sure can. He races a lot too, Dean. He'll tell you he's in just about a little bit of everything these days. That's really good for league racing because, you learn different types of platforms. You get good at it, and as long as you stay consistent with your practices, that can translate.
Yeah, no doubt. And that is the key. Something we used to harp on a lot, Baron, up here in the booth. Practice makes perfect. There's Jason Jackson, our points leader, sitting in 8th. He picked up a spot. Bruce and Williams moved up 1 each, with Brian Helm sliding a couple.
Good looking scheme on Helm's car tonight. I really like that.
Yeah, got the USA. I'm not allowed to show any USA stuff anymore because I'm Canadian, Baron. Sorry.
Well,
the tariffs
that's
are in
okay.
place.
That's right. You only get 25% of the flag.
That's right. Buckshot Ripka out front. Bryce Reiner on the outside. Leal and Williams in row number 2. It's Bruce and Helm in row 3.
There's that pink car of Rachel Hunt. Boy, you can see that anywhere on the track, can't you?
Well, that's the beauty of the paint scheme, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to be seen. I mean, we used to say that. We had a guy in the league, can't remember his name right off the top here, but he had a pink car, the Barbie car, if you remember. You could always see the Barbie car. The long walk to the start-finish lane, or line, as they changed that a couple of years ago. Green down and away. We're back. Green flag racing.
Bryce Reiner a little late on the get up and go pedal, and he's going to lose a spot here, dude.
Yeah, serious heat up front there.
Well, he closed the door. He's not going to lose it now.
Leal fights off Bruce. Bruce slides back into 5th. Claus Williams rocking that higher side. I think this is a good line by the 16. You can see there he's giving Leal all he can handle.
Yeah, and I think Claus really likes the high line in any track he's at. You know, I think he loves the open air. You know.
He does, but Leal powers through. So Leal fighting him off will stay in 3rd. Battle here between Tony Ratliff and Jason Jackson. Jackson wins that one. A little further back, looks like Whitford on the outside of Corey Leal. You see there, that's Greg Ratliff there. Greg kind of ran him up the track a little bit there.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, trying to make his own room.
You got to make a little space out there.
It's like laying in bed with a oversized wife. You got to kind of push her aside and get the room. You know.
It can be tricky, Barrett. Good hard racing out here. Out front, Repka leading Reiner. Reiner always in the mix, as is Leal. So these top 3, no strangers to the front.
Tell you what, that 15 car's lurking back there in 5th place, isn't he, Dean?
Yeah, Darren's always lurking. And this is interesting because I'm not sure if Phoenix is one of his better tracks or not. You know, Darren's got like 1 or 2 tracks he does not like. I know for one, Richmond he does not like. But with, basically every other track he's phenomenal at.
Well, he is currently lurking, if you will, in 5th place. So Darren letting it suit him just fine.
And Helm right there, way up to the wall goes Helm in the 46, trying to get some kind of cut down off of there. Bruce tagged the wall a little bit. My goodness.
Well, and we talked about the personality that these drivers have. We see the different lines in the 46. So well, we're going to try this up here for a little bit.
Brantley being stalked by Jason Martin. Jason Martin down to the inside. Brantley trying to close the door. Now they're looking almost 3 wide there, and that's the interesting line differences here at Phoenix.
Oh,
behind him,
the wall there.
Hamill into the wall. Up he goes, cuts the nose of Fred Lester. Torgensen slides underneath and takes advantage of both of them. You ever took an advantage of 2 people at once?
Yes.
Well, that's a story for another day.
Which time? Yeah.
Good battling through the field. Back up front. Ripka still
when
walking
we need
away.
Where's the Bulldog when we need him?
The Bulldog is somewhere. He's not in the race, though. I don't know where he's hiding tonight. Bulldog, if you're out there, we love you, brother. Always thinking about you.
We're sure he's out there watching us in wind tunnel. Sure he's got something to add to that story.
Yeah, everybody out there watching, a big thank you to you. You make our world go round. Love our YouTube and Facebook supporters.
Yeah, we sure do. I love watching. I love reading the comments.
Some of the comments are not meant for TV.
We got some really creative folks out there.
Ooh, a little contact between A. Bear there, and it looked like Ian Spear. So Ian back here. A. Bear's up 10 spots, first of all. How about that? Fleming coming through. He's up 12 right now.
Yep. Another one on the move.
I mean, that's pretty uncommon here at Phoenix, isn't it?
Gotta get what you can get here, Dean, right?
I mean, I think so. I mean, getting it early, I guess, and take what you can get.
Well, like that's taking two for one, right?
Absolutely. When
it's a BOGO deal.
You got to take advantage.
Yeah, it's a BOGO.
So there you go. Out front, Buckshot, and this is something, I talk about a lot is clean air, Baron. And the difference between being out front and being anywhere else on the track is like night and day. Qualifying well is very, very important.
Yeah, it is. And you would think at a smaller track like this, clean air doesn't matter, but it really does.
Oh, it matters immensely. You know, run 10 laps by yourself and then get on someone's bumper. You'll find out getting off the corner is a lot more difficult. Bruce making some moves, so he slides up into fourth now. Seems fairly quiet at the front. There's a big line started with, looks like Corey Leal, then Greg Ratliff, Whitford, Brantley, and Dibble in there. Dibble with another good qualifying effort. He starts in 16th tonight. I'm not saying great qualifying effort, but normally he starts at the back, so we're really happy to see Dibble up here. Starting in, like I said, 16th, or no, starting 10th. He's down 3 spots, but he's hanging in there good.
Yeah, he sure is. And we both, opine about our opinions of his McDonald's car. I really like this blue and white paint scheme he's been driving. He's been getting good finishes with it, Dean.
Let's get a better look at it here. I'm not sure what that says, but...
Well, it doesn't say French fries, does it?
It doesn't say French fries. We don't speak much other than French fries, but...
I don't know what it says on there, but it's not as good as French fries.
Well, that's like New York, W-E-A? I don't know, some form of water there. I'm sure there's an actual word there.
But it just doesn't say fries.
Well, here's one we can understand. Black Rifle Coffee. George Lee.
A little bit of coffee. Yep. A little bit of coffee on that one. Now, I am a fan of coffee as well, but I am a McDonald's coffee fan.
Are you a fan of rifles?
The only guns I got are on my shoulders, Dean.
Oh, boy. I think those guns need a little oiling.
They're too big.
Oh, my goodness.
Need a lot of oiling.
And just for all the women out there looking, Barron is available upon request.
I am a single man, and my fees are very low.
Cheap? I like it.
It's about that whole supply and demand thing. There is no demand, so my supply is really high. You get it at a discount. Oh, shit. Speaking of discounts, I took a little bit of the wall with him there in that whiting machine. Whitford.
I'm a little surprised here, Barron, just how spread out everybody's got. Got a big field here tonight. 32 cars started here this evening. Looks like Stephen Linger did not make the start of the race, nor did Bernard Persson. Out front, Lance Ripka, Reiner in second, Leal third, Bruce fourth, Williams in fifth. Then it's Helm, Jackson, Tony Ratliff, Corey Leal, Greg Ratliff for your top 10.
Yeah, I'm not shocked about the single file racing. Phoenix lends itself to that. But the multiple grooves do allow some passing, Dean. So eventually what we're going to see is some guys make some way to the front, and you'll see other copycats. We'll start seeing some side-by-side.
Yeah, interesting here is literally the whole field gets single-filed out. Mark Hamill having a nice night. How about that? The number 9 machine up 4 spots into 15th. That's good to see, Barron.
It sure is. We like what Mark's been doing. Glad to have him in the series with us. Give this gentleman a little bit of time, and he's going to be just fine at the front.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to adjust to this league. There's great drivers in this league, number 1. And number 2, they just don't wreck. So, you get in those officials, and you're used to 10 and 20 lap runs. Now you're looking at a 70 lap run here tonight. So it's a little bit different.
There's a look in at that Torgenson machine and that Navy car. Good-looking car.
Yeah, good-looking car for sure. Let's get a little zoomed-in shot there of the Navy machine. Big salute to all of our Navy men and women.
Yes, sir. You got that right. Be nice to do an Armed Forces night. Have these guys all run schemes for the Armed Forces. But maybe save that for Memorial Day. What do you think?
I like it. I like it a lot, Barron. Yeah. That's a great idea. There is Rachel Hunt. So her and Lester have faded early, Barron. Do you think that's possibly on purpose here? They're down 6 and 5 spots respectively.
we spoke about at the beginning of the race, and everybody's personalities are different on this track, Dean, and some of them don't work well with the track layout. I can tell you that, personally, I really like Phoenix. I just couldn't drive it very well. And there were some nights I was unbeatable, and then there were some nights throw me in the back of the field because I'm just in the way.
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved the track. I find it to be a frustrating track. You might be behind the same car for the entire night because it's just you think you're catching or you're doing something as we watch James A. Bear try and get somewhere here underneath of Rachel Hunt. It's just a very frustrating track. You've got to be perfect, lap in and lap out.
Yeah, and you'll see here, Bear, trying to make this pass. Here comes Rachel. She's giving him a football field of room in between, but he just cannot finish the pass. It's so hard.
It really is. It's hard to get the power down on the bottom. You see that here. He is clear, and he will clear.
He's going to clear her now, yeah.
So
Yep.
A-Bear now up 11 spots. Hunt slips down 6, and there is Fleming. Fleming marching through the field. He's up 12 spots right now. Wow, what a great job he's doing. Let's go back up
big
front.
field. Yep. Oh, we got a battle here, don't we?
Yeah, we've accordion back together here. Reiner and Leal have ran down Ripka. And now this is where Ripka, was always known as a long-run guy in the early parts of our broadcasting with RGR. Now, you've got Reiner and Leal. I don't think Ripka's changed at all. I just think Reiner and Leal are so good on the long run. And so here they come, and now Ripka's got to try and hold them off for, about 38 laps or so. That's not a great prospect, is it, Baron?
No, but even if he does get caught, I think these tires in this track has equaled out quite a bit. It's possible he could lose a lot of distance, but I really just don't see it. Like, catching them's one thing, we talk about it all the time, passing them's another. And this track is very, very hard to pass at.
Well, you've heard me talk about it many times as we go in car with George Leal here. So the way I like to pass here, and the only way that I really know how to get it done, is right here into this corner. Go up high towards the wall, and you got to full send it. Get to his quarter panel. I talk about it virtually at almost every track. Shock him. Use the shocker, Baron.
A little loose there. Look at that little counter steer out of Leal behind these two. So that could be another factor, Dean. Is this track going loose on some of these guys?
Well, it is. And the thing is, you're going to see here shortly cars much worse than the car of George Leal. If you start getting that rear end wiggling around, it will get worse and worse and worse. So the object is to never let it happen, not even once.
Look at that counter steer. Leal's got his hands full coming out of that turn. So, yeah, Dean, these guys may be experiencing two things: tight in, loose off. That is a dangerously slow condition.
Yeah, that's a tough condition, no doubt about it. So as those three fight, you got Claus Williams has found a home right here in fourth. He'll be able to run his entire line. Then you got Bruce in fifth, and then a gaggle of cars as Helm on the high side tries to hold off Jason Jackson. Our points leader has become one of the most consistent drivers on the circuit. The 86 is not going to be deterred here. He's going to be patient with trying to make these moves. Behind him, Corey Leal tries to make a move on Ratliff.
Yeah, I like what you said there, Dean. Jackson being Mr. the picture of consistency right now. By design, right? And now he's got a pass opportunity. He's lost a spot against Darren, but Helm has found a new line.
Yeah, well, Helm's riding that high side. So the only problem, and Jackson's got to be aware of this, is you've got to be wary of a guy pushing the high side. He could get loose. He could snap off and come down and hit you. So you got to be patient, and he's doing that. You see how much room he's leaving off the corner, Baron. He is not trying to push the issue.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And that's bringing Ratliff even closer to them as they, dice this up side by side.
And you've seen there, right out of 4. Helm did wiggle a little bit. So riding that high line as hard as you are, it's going to wear off that right rear a little bit. And you're going to see more and more wiggles as Jackson comes clear with that patience. So great job by Jackson. Here comes Tony Ratliff. I just love the way Jackson's driving the car these days. He's quickly becoming one of my favorites. Or we're not supposed to play favorites.
Well, you're one of your betting favorites. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
My wallet favorite. Yeah. Consistency matters. So is a good side partner in the booth.
You can see Helm there, Baron. He is starting to struggle with riding that high line. He was getting loose there, fighting it on entry. So a little bit of overdriving, and he's starting to fall. And he's got to be careful. Like I said about Jackson, so do the other guys trying to get around him. If he's got that loose condition, I mean, things can get hairy out there.
It sure can. And, Corey Leal right there now. So, Helm finding some difficulties in the middle part of his run.
Up front, battle for the lead. Reiner all over Ripka. Ripka trying desperately to hold him off. Reiner is, we want to talk about what Jackson was. Reiner has mastered the art of patience here. And you can see there, he's already starting to make a move. A little block there from Ripka. Interesting. Not a full block, but he come down a little bit there.
Well, there's a lap car that's up in front of these guys, Dean, and that may play a role in who makes the pass here, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. You timed well, you can use that car as a pick.
So Ripka might know something we don't, Dean. Did you see him give that low line away just now?
Absolutely. I mean, he is starting to choose his lines very carefully, corner to corner.
And I thought it was unusual that he put a big gap between himself and the yellow line there, and I wonder if he notices that the rider machine doesn't like the low line right now.
Yeah, he's trying to make him a little uncomfortable. I think he just figures I can get a bigger run off the corner. Reiner can't make the pass, but now Reiner looking, no, door closed. So as these guys continue to battle. Yeah, great smart race. And back here we got other battles. Corey Leal, Greg Ratliff going at it as they've gotten around Darren Bruce. So Bruce fading a little bit.
And Bruce moved to the high side. He's bringing along a few customers with him there. I don't think it's enough to help him out, though.
No, he's desperate for a pit stop.
Ooh.
You see there, loose off the corner. So that's what will happen here. Lester hits into pit road. So an unscheduled stop, maybe a scheduled stop. I highly doubt it, though.
A little bit early. Yeah.
Reiner looking for the lead. Brace Reiner. Batman, if you will. No. I can't do that one.
Don't stop. Just stop. Take a drink. Take a breath. We almost did the Batman theme song in the booth. I have to draw the line, Dean.
All right, fair enough.
I got you, brother, all right? Just trust me.
Bryce Reiner out front now. Boy, oh boy, is he going to be tough to beat. He got out here on lap 47, so watch out. You got about, 23 laps to pit road. These guys will go long. They all like the long pit, Baron. I don't think we're going to see anybody attempt the short pit. It's just what these guys do. As you see Lester merging back in with our leaders.
I agree with you, Dean. This has the feel and look of a long run. We're going to get some green flag stops out of this. I believe you're right.
So we got Les Shovel out on YouTube land. He's a roll tide, man. What do you think of that, Baron?
Go Irish.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Also rooting on Jason Brantley. Let's check in on him. Try and get a better shot of him. There is that beautiful East Coast Web Printers machine. Jason Brantley up 5 spots right now, currently in 11th position. doing a really nice job. And Brantley's another one, you know, the more track time he gets with this league, the better he gets, Baron.
No question.
Oh, we got caution.
We're going to yell
Hamill
right here.
in the wall. So Hamill has had a problem. So just after Reiner takes the lead, we go into caution. Lester trapped a lap down after that pit stop. Let's see what happened with Hamill. Something happened in front of him because those cars are way too slow. He comes in hot. Contact. That is disaster. Something else happened with the 31 and others.
Oh, it looks like these two got together up in front of him here.
Yeah, we're just trying to make a pass there. They come together here. Oh, it looks like both guys racing hard here. I mean, that's some pretty good hard racing there. Abear drifting up a little bit. He being pinched too. A little bit of contact, but man, I think they both might have checked up because all of a sudden here comes Hamill. You see Torgensen on the high side. He's checking up. And Hamill with a head, you know, I don't even know what I'm saying here, but
head of steam.
Thank you, head of steam.
Yep.
Oh, and Paul K. Travis gets in there.
Drives it a little too deep into that turn and gets in the back of, who was it?
I'm not sure.
Abear. You got in the back of Abear there.
Yeah, Abear. So here we go on pit road. This is huge. Looks like Reiner's going to get out first. Status quo up front. Here comes everybody else. Looks like Greg Ratliff might have had a good stop. Let's check in on our pit board here. Greg with a 14.6, best of the group. You got to go back to Abear. Abear also with a 14.5. He picks up a spot or two. Walker the second also with a 14.3. So some guys having good stops. Kulikowski a 14.4. Most of them around that 14.8 range, Baron.
Solid stops. Re-racks the field. Everybody's got the feel goods on it. So we're going to get another good shot at some short run cars here now. I like that.
Well, this is interesting too. I mean, we are down under 90 laps, Baron. This is a possible fuel mileage situation here. I mean, I don't have the numbers exactly, but I put it in that range, I would believe.
Yeah, and we'll see some guys doing the math. If you see smoke coming out of those cars, it's the driver doing the calculations.
Yeah, we don't like doing math. You up in the booth, I'm already smoking, trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yep. Different kind of smoke beam. Puff pass.
Yeah, that's possible. Reiner and Ripka, Leal and Williams, Ratliff and Jackson, your top 6 drivers. Reiner, now he did not want to see this. Now he's going to have everybody pushing to get by him. He's going to need a good restart here. Down and away he goes. He does get a start. Leal jumps in, and it looks like Ripka's slow through the gears here. Ripka fighting back on the outside. Wow, great turn by Ripka.
Yeah, Ripka really full send there. Trying to get off that turn the best he can with those fresh tires. George Leal up to the challenge.
He is, and Claus Williams up on the high side trying to make something happen. Jason Jackson right there now in 5th. Good, hard racing here. Reiner's loving it because these two behind him are using their stuff up. Leal pushing hard to get by Ripka.
Ooh, Ripka looks like he just touched the wall.
I think Leal going to get it done here. I don't know. Ripka with a good corner again. Holds him off one more time.
Whew.
Sparks flying everywhere.
Come and get some.
These boys are racing.
Yeah, love it. Lance Ripka, hard pass, love it. Hard pass.
All right,
he's not doing anything wrong. I just love the racing. I love the talent. That was great. Well, that's great stuff right there.
It really was.
Brantley
in a battle with Whitford here.
A lot of room, a lot of respect between these guys. Whitford, really, he's higher on the track than Giraffe Huey.
So he gets by. Greg Ratliff looking. It looks like Abe Air looking to make a move. And Jason Martin goes way up the track. Unconventional line, but he gets a decent run out of it. Him and Abe Air will head down into one. They remain side by side. So when they get side by side, they stay side by side, Baron.
It's a hard passing track right here. It's very difficult to complete one. Got to be patient. We've seen every green flag pass right now take the better part of a lap to complete.
So everybody back to almost single file. Up front, Reiner leading. Leal taking a look down to the inside. George Leal for the lead. Reiner's not going to fight for it. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to lose multiple spots here. And he won't. He clears. So Reiner doing exactly what he wanted here. He did not want to fight George Leal. He wanted to wait. That could be something to do with fuel mileage. We'll have to wait and see about all that.
I know Ripka thought about it for a minute. Had a look down there. Look, see.
Check over in YouTube land. You got Doyle Lawrence out here. How much damage did Torgensen get out of that incident? Well, let's have a look at Troy Torgensen. I'm not really sure. Troy currently in 29th. I'm going to say he got some damage. You see the rear end there, pretty crinkled up. So that's really unfortunate. So is the front side. So the whole left side of that car a little beat up. The Navy machine a little worse for wear. Back up front we go.
Get the wood block out, start banging those dents out, Dean. Should be fine.
And LaChovel out here, he's rooting on Paul. So we'll check in on Paul in just a minute. Paul K back in 22nd. He's up 8 spots actually. Slow start for him here tonight. The East Coast Web Printers machine. But, you know, like I said, he's up 8 spots. He started at the back. He's got a ton of work left to do. Looks like Herb Ashley has had an incident. He's gone to the garage.
Calling it a day.
As Ripka continues to work on Reiner. So all the group up front now much more together than it was, Baron.
Well, they learned something from the first run, didn't they?
Well, we'll see. I mean, are they pushing too hard to stay with these top dogs? I don't know.
Well, I'm just wondering, Dean, is if the run went on and we saw these guys start getting real loose if they couldn't make any passes. We saw a few, but it definitely slowed down as the run got later on.
Yeah, absolutely it did. I think spring is in the air, Baron. I'm starting to have a little sneezing fit here.
You know, I think you're right, Dean. I started to get a little hay fever myself, but you know what spring brings?
Shorts?
Bikini and short season, baby. Come on now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tube tops, or are they not in fashion anymore?
I don't know.
I mean, that might have been 1980. I'm not sure, Baron.
Well, you might be. I was going to say, if there's any women watching us right now, help us out here.
Yeah, please. Bring back the tube top.
I prefer the bikini. They can keep the tube top.
That's fair. I mean, I don't see too many bikinis out while I'm shopping, but, you know.
Well, you live in Canada. It's cold 12 months a year.
Leal, Reiner, Ripka, Williams, Jackson, your top 5. Tony Ratliff in 6th with Helm, Greg Ratliff, Bruce, Corey Leal, your top 10. Let's hop
Fun fact about Canada.
What's that?
Fun fact about Canada.
Oh, boy.
Right? 50% of the word Canada is the letter A.
Oh, no, and a wreck right in front of us here. It's Helm and Ratliff coming together.
I'm over here on my mouth. And they're wrecking on track. Look at this.
Right in the middle of your jokes.
Wow. I thought I had a great one.
You probably did, but unfortunately the wreck will waste that one for now.
I blame this on Tony Ratliff.
So here is Oh, and
Helm.
Ratliff, he did off the wall,
Yeah.
bounces off,
Yeah.
down into Helm. And that's just unfortunate for the 46 machine.
Yeah, it sure is. It's bad luck right there. Hate it for both those drivers. Good drivers.
Well, everybody coming on to pit road here. So lap 68 of 140. We're back on schedule now. Everybody heads to pit road. The 46 is, well, let's say ticked, according to LeShovel.
Is that the word we're using?
Yeah, that's the word.
That's the word we're going to use. Okay.
What else we got out here? Doyle, a lot of damage on that 89. Grr, he's not happy.
Nope.
And he said, LeShovel, though, you got to like his attitude out in the chat here, Baron. Throw me another beer, he says.
Absolutely. Now that is my guy right there. That's the kind of guy we need up in the booth with us, Dean. Not only does he bring a 12 packs, but he brings a sense of humor with him. I'm all about it.
Me too. I love it. Now, Baron, you sure beer will suffice for you, though?
Oh yeah, yeah, I can do both. Yep.
Okay.
Give me some Busch Light or some Jack Daniels. I'm your buddy. I'll be your best friend for life.
A cheap date, indeed.
That
Well,
I
maybe
am.
not cheap. You probably drink quite a bit, can't you?
I can, but like I went to Colorado to do some skiing, and I had like 2 or 3 drinks, and at altitude you get drunk real easy.
Okay.
I was a cheap date for a week.
Good tip. Bring them to altitude, folks.
Yep, I was at 10,000 feet drinking Jack Daniels and sampling other bourbons, and it was wonderful. Great trip. Cheap date, man. I think my tab was like $30 with tip.
Does that go hand in hand with the Mile High Club?
It would have if I had somebody there with me to celebrate the Mile High. That's a great idea. I have an idea.
So we got a problem here. We got Ashley out in front of the field. He has got to get off the track. Get out of the way, the 63. He is in the wrong spot. It's probably not his fault, but he's still got to pull off. He's right in front of the leaders here, Baron.
Dean, this is how I got wrecked the last week I was in this league.
Green flag down and away, and the 63 is right there. My goodness, this is bad news for everybody. And he's going to pull off. Good job. Smart job by the 63. I like that. I mean, I was very worried headed into that corner, and off the wall goes Ratliff. Both of them, Greg and Tony, simultaneously hit the wall. Synchronized brothers. Reiner to the high side, Leal on the low. They're fighting. Ripka and Williams are fighting. Everybody's fighting. They know you got to get it now with those freshies on.
2 different lines, 2 different battles.
2 different battles. They sort themselves out. It's Leal to the lead. Reiner, then Ripka, then Williams. Jackson stays in 5th. Bruce has managed to get back up to 7th, and he is fighting with Greg Ratliff. Tony Ratliff and Whitford. Whoa, and a big wiggle there. That's Dibble. That thing snapped on him, and he saved it. I don't even know if that's possible, but he did it.
Good hands award right there. That was a hell of a save.
I mean, that was as gone as I've seen the car. I don't know how that thing came back to him. Great job, George Dibble.
It don't get much more wrecked without it being bent up.
Incredible stuff. And he clears, too, does Dibble. Right in front of him, Whitford and Tony Ratliff continue to battle. It looks like Tony's going to win that. Back up front, everybody in a line. Go back a little further, it's Fleming. Fleming now up 15 spots. He continues his march forward. fighting a tough customer there. Ian Spear trying to hold him off. He does.
Ian coming on this season, really looking pretty sporty.
Yeah, Ian's done a great job out here. Young man, racing well. He's up 5 spots. The Toad Man behind this little group here in the 19, he's up 5 spots. There's Reggie Evans as well. So some of the other guys that chat was looking at, Torgensen back here in 27th, Paul K 29th. So they're still on the struggle bus back there, Baron, but there's still time.
Plenty of time. We got a lot of race left here.
Let's hop on board with Lance Ripka. Ripka currently in 3rd, right behind our leaders. Seeing some fancy handwork here.
Not too bad off that turn. That's a pretty good sign.
Watch this on entry, though. Trying to get this car to move. You hear the throttle come up. He'll cut her down. This is where it's tough. It's almost reverse bank on that first lane. At least it looks like it. And it's tough to get any power down.
Yeah, it sure is. That is really hard to do, but looks like he's managing it pretty well.
Getting big run here. He'll follow him in this time. You see here almost a diamond effect in this corner. He'll drift it up, cut her back down. Everybody doing a nice job up front. Dibble, after that great recovery, he's starting to move forward here as he's fighting with Derek Whitford. It's a battle for 10th place. Jason Merton right there in the mix. Jason Merton, of course, in that beautiful, beautiful car that we love so much. The Wind Tunnel TV machine.
Hey, great sponsor, been with us forever. Couldn't do this without our sponsorship, could we, Dean?
Well, I don't know if he could do it without us or not, but we certainly love that paint.
We sure do.
Jason Spear, haven't mentioned Jason tonight. On the high side, Spear's up 6 spots now, so he's starting to move. I like what I'm seeing here. The 83 rocking the high side. Look at him way up by the wall. He'll get a big run and drive right around the 31.
Good look. Yeah, good look right there. I love it.
Fleming still battling here. That's Stevie Knight up there on the high side. Another young man out here tonight doing a nice job. He's up 3 spots. But Fleming up 16 spots right now, looking for another. Way up by the wall. Holy smokes.
That's higher than giraffe ass up there.
Just in front of him is Ian and Rachel Hunt. Rachel right about where she started, back in 14th position.
Not suiting Rachel tonight. That's really odd for her, too.
You know, Rachel pretty good here. I've seen some good runs out of her at this track. George Leal being hounded now. Reiner looking for the lead. No, I'm not going to try the Batman theme again.
Please don't. Thank you. No. I feel dirty.
Oh, you are dirty. So Leal holds him off, and this is what Leal's got to do. So last time it was Reiner battling with Ripka. He got by him. This time it's Leal. Leal has maybe a little bit of a better plan. I don't know, but for now he's holding him off. You see, he's running that second groove, Baron. He's giving him the bottom, but he ain't giving him any more than the bottom. Through corner 1, that is.
You have a lot of room to race, too, so, different, isn't it?
Hey, watch here. Here goes Leal right into that second groove. He'll open up the bottom. He said, go ahead, go down there. Reiner not taking the bait right now. A little further back, Corey Leal making a move on Darren Bruce. Battle for 7th position. He'll win that. Here comes Tony Ratliff. So Bruce, this track not agreeing with him here tonight. He's slid back to 9th now.
Yeah, it looks like, net loss of 3 for Darren Bruce right now. Very un-Bruce-like.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think this is kind of it's not the total Richmond syndrome for Bruce, but similar. I just don't think it agrees with him. You talked a little bit about it. It's a love-hate thing here at Phoenix.
Yeah, it sure is. Yep.
Ian Spear trying to move up another spot, working on Jason Martin here. Martin looking like he's yawed way out there. Again loose, so you see Ian's disturbing the air on the back, and here comes the Toad Man. He's looking to take advantage.
Dilly here on the move. I was joking about his paint scheme. No joke here.
Let's get a look in on this Gilly paint scheme. Kailu Glass.
Kailu Glass.
Go check them out. All your bong needs, one-hitter needs, you go check them out on Facebook.
Puff Puff Pass with Kailu Glass.
That's not free, is it?
I just made that up. Where are my royalties, Dean?
They're in the mail.
Appreciate that. I'll be on the lookout for them.
Stevie Knight, Reggie Evans, been solid in 19th tonight. We've seen Reggie have a pretty good run here in the Xfinity car, I believe. So Reggie agreeing with this track a little bit. Woo! Looks like Bear almost got into the rear end of him there on entry.
All about it, yeah.
Oh, and he's loose down there trying to get the power down. Here comes Bear.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are loose here, Dean. I mean, it looks like some of them are really struggling to get off the turn when you keep that power down.
You cannot, we always say it's not an on-off switch, Baron. You cannot just hammer that throttle down. You will break loose, guaranteed. You really got to slow roll that throttle.
Yeah, you sure do. Got to drive it like it's got an egg under it, right, Dean?
Well, that's what they say, but I always smash the egg, so I don't understand it.
Yeah, I agree. Same.
Good battling. Good race so far. George Leal, your race leader, lap 93 here in the ECWP Phoenix 140. RGR Racing, you go check them out. Got a nice big field here, and they've been big fields lately.
Well, yeah, let's talk about it. Michael Fleming is up 15 spots in that 90 machine, and he's only in 17th. So there's a guy on the move, but, still a lot of work to do.
Yeah, there's leagues where up 17 means you're on the front, so he's back in 17th. He's still got work to do. Bear up 10. He's coming right behind him. Reggie Evans fighting back, though. We got Tom Ashley who's managed to go up 7 spots, so Tom having a decent night. A little further up in 6th place, Greg Ratliff is up 8 spots, so good job by the 5 machine. So Leal and Reiner. We've seen this before, have we not, Baron?
We sure have. Rinse and repeat here, right? Because these two have been all over each other for the majority of the last 2 seasons.
LeChauvel says, let's go. I love the recklessness. I'm sure that was a little earlier on. We like a little recklessness up here in the booth, don't we, Baron?
A little mayhem goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So great.
I think we could all use a little mayhem in our lives, right?
Well, I mean, some might disagree, but yeah, others are addicted to it, Baron. Seems like every
Just
woman
like my
I ever met was
ex-girlfriend.
addicted.
Yeah, beat me to it by 1 second.
at Darren all alone. That's a lonely feeling there. I kind of like it. Hidden all by yourself. Don't touch me, Baron.
I'm not. I'm in the pocket, as you like to say.
There you go. Whitford currently in 10th. Quiet night for him and Hunt. Both up 2 spots, 10th and 11th. Solid nights.
Yeah, really good. I like it.
Rachel trying to make the move down to the inside. Looks like she's going to make this move, so Rachel's starting to heat up here late. Lap 99, Whitford fighting back, Spear lurking. Oh, and Whitford a piece of the wall, maybe sparks fly, looking for the big run. Rachel clear, she will come up. So put Rachel Hunt into 10th, up 3 spots now. Back up front, status quo. Leal being stalked by Reiner.
Solid work right there. Solid work.
Big run by Reiner. What's he going to do with it? Down to the inside he goes. Bryce Reiner looking for the lead. Leal trying to hold him off. Cool as ice he is. No, he's sideways. Wow. Reiner down on the inside. So that little bobble from Leal might cost him here. Sends it deep and high. Wow. The 51 looking for the big run. He's got it.
Yep, full send there.
That was a great corner by that 51. He's not going to allow Reiner to get out here and get away.
We need an in-car to see if Reiner's loose or not. Reiner had a nice opportunity to pass there. He just couldn't get the power down and get on by him.
Here we go on board with Bryce Reiner. You can see he's falling back in line here. Going to try and cool those tires down for a lap or so. You see Leal just edges off the bottom.
There's loose. Look at that.
That's a quick correction right there, Baron.
Yep. Yep. If he's loose, we'll see it out of this turn for sure.
Oh, and it looks like a bad entry from Leal.
Yeah.
Now on the high side, he'll try and power down. Reiner just can't get it power enough down to the track. Stay with this battle here, as it looks like it's starting to heat up. These guys battle more and more. You're going to bring Ripka and Williams. How about Claus Williams hanging in here the whole time? Started 3rd, currently 4th. He's been solid all night.
Yeah, and they're not getting away from him either. That just shows you how strong the competition is in this league.
There is that 16 machine, the Ford Performance machine. And up front, battling for the lead yet again, and again Leal will hold him off. So who's working harder here? That's the question, Baron.
Well, I mean, pick a name out of a hat. They're all struggling here. Just right now, as we close in on 35 laps to go, the good is gone. Now it's all about how can you survive.
Yeah, the good is long gone. 35 laps to go. Leal still holding off Reiner. We've seen this story many, many times. As of late, I gotta say, Reiner's starting to get the better of it. And we're under caution. Brantley and others involved. Helms involved. Tom Ashley involved.
Man, Brian Helm has had a night.
And you see there some pretty good damage on the 3 machine. Top of your screen, 3. Bad angle or good angle. He has to check up a bit for the 31. Helm gets into him, Ashley into him.
A little bit of an arc and brake situation there.
Well, I mean, that's in the bad spot for anybody to be able to really slow down. I cut him a little slack on that one. Tough situation. Brantley on pit road in front of our leaders. You see them right there. Everybody coming on down. You're the next contestant. I show my age every night, don't I, Baron?
It's consistency that I like. It's the consistency, yeah.
So Tom Ashley staying out. I'm not sure. That's got to be a lucky dog situation, perhaps. Looked like maybe Paul K was actually the lucky dog. I'm not sure, but he will get a wave around. That's for certain.
If nothing else, right?
Exactly. So here's your big battle off of pit road. Left side's up on Reiner, up on Ripka. This is going to be close, folks. Oh, and down and away. Reiner beats him out. Leal beats him out. Wow. Really close action there, but they stay status quo. Or no, they don't. And Leal is wrecking.
Oh, no.
George Leal has lost it off of pit road or got help. I'm not sure. Let's get a
What
look
the
at
hell?
this. Get a little replay on this action. So here he comes. Little contact there. And then just under gas. Whoop. And then, wow. Unexpected. But
That could have been disastrous. I think he got through the penalty cone, so I think he was sideways, but I don't think he's going to get a black flag for it. He might just stop back here.
No, he's
He does.
gonna come back up here. Now,
Yeah.
I said status quo. That was incorrect. Reiner won the battle off of pit road. It was Leal who was leading coming in. So Bryce Reiner, what a job by him. Now again, Ashley, one of the Ashleys, I think it was the other Ashley last time, is apparently going to start out front. We did not learn. I mean, I'm hoping he's going to come into pit road here. Because if he's not, this is a big problem. And there he goes. Thank goodness. All right. So it's Reiner, Ripka, Leal, Williams, and Jackson, your top 5. Greg Ratliff, Bruce, Corey Leal, Tony Ratliff, and Rachel Hunt in the top 10. Reiner choosing the high side. Leal pushing him up the track here on the start. And Reiner gets down and away in a hurry. Ripka on the high side trying to follow through.
Interesting. All right.
Definitely interesting. A little games being going on up there. And now Leal and Ripka take the fight, and Leal's loose. Maybe he got a shot in the rear from Claus. Hard to say. Ripka slides on through. Claus Williams trying to power to the high side.
Off the wall, yeah.
Leal is struggling a little bit. Reiner getting away. What battles here? Greg Ratliff going at it with Jackson. Ratliff going to win that battle. These two continue to fight. Ripka trying to get back up there, and it looks like our leader having to deal with Ashley there, and Ashley pulls off. What racing, hard racing. Claus trying to take it on the high side. Oh, and behind a major wreck. Oh boy. See Torkinson
That's a lot of
involved
cars
there. Stevie Knight, Paul K. Travis, Derek Whitford. Carnage on the track.
That's a lot of cars.
Wow. A little late rough up there of Fred Lester. Lap 113 under caution. Let's get another look at it here. And wow, that was around
condition up
George
front.
Dibble there, way up.
Yeah.
So we go have a look. And there
I think,
is
yeah,
Dibble.
that's all we need to see right there.
Yeah, Dibble getting loose on the high side. Fresh tires. This can happen pretty easily. So he get brakes.
He's
loose.
already, yeah, he's yawed already. And right here, he's along for the ride, folks. If you've never been behind the wheel of one of these machines when this happens, there's absolutely no way to recover it.
Well, he's trying his
So
best, but everybody's checking
Yeah.
up. Abear gets into Whitford.
Woodford's
You see
around.
the
Here comes the
Toadman gets
19.
through, and several others getting through. Ooh, someone with a hard lick up there. And then
Whitford comes
Torkinson
back
tries
off
to
the
go to the
wall.
bottom. He hits. And you
Round two.
trying to get through here, going, there's no room left. Full brakes down to the inside wall. There's Stevie Knight in the 84, Whitford. You got the 48 of Ledford in there. And the 13 with a casual little stroll through here. That's how you handle it, folks. That's Eric Whiting just saying, I'll wait for everything. Thank you very much.
I'll come to a complete stop. I've done that. Hey, we saw Whitford come back off the wall. So you had the first round, he hits the wall, come back up second round.
So let's check our pit board here and see who came in. Looks like Leal came in. So George Leal will fall to 17th position. Now he did this. Now mind you, there was more laps on the car than this. This is only like 6 laps, but he did this in the other race with about 10 to go. Came through about 15 spots to win the race. He had some help, some guys hitting the wall, some guys banging into each other, a little bit of luck, but he did it. Can he do it again? I mean, this time he's going to have to come from 17th. I don't know.
Why not, Dean?
I mean, why not? I mean, last time I thought he had no shot. Told me because it was the mistake of a lifetime pitting, but no, he made it work. Who would have thought I'd be wrong, Marin?
You and me? Never.
Oh, and they're checking up here as they're... Oh boy, it's snowballing all the way back. All right, everybody under control now. Back up front, Reiner and Ripka go at it again.
Green flag, green flag.
This time it looked like Ripka got a little better start. But Reiner away. Williams to the inside. Oh, and Claus closes the door on Ripka, slides up in front of him. Jason Jackson, our points leader, is now in 4th. How about that? Behind him, 4 wide back here. That's not going to work. As they scramble back here for position. My goodness. Williams slides down in front of A-Bear. Holy cow.
I thought that was a wreck, Dean.
That should have been and could have been.
Dean, I don't think we gave enough shout out here. Jason Jackson up here in 4th place. We didn't talk about him all night except earlier in the race.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. He's done this every week. He's just so good, so patient. He finds himself in 4th. People think they're going to take the lead away from him in this championship, and he's saying, no, I'm going to keep it. Great job. And you see here from his car what he's dealing with. He's just casually watching these guys work each other over in front of him. That's Williams
and that much of a choice.
Or Ripka.
Yeah. Not that much of a choice. He's all locked in here behind these two until they get it sorted out.
I kind of like this, Baron. It forces me. I let off the gas early, roll in. So you guys do this for about 10 laps, and then when my tires are good and you're done, I'll see you later. Good fight in there. Rachel Hunt moving up to 8th as well, as that's Tony Ratliff on the inside. Rachel smoking on the high line there. Wow. And we've seen some unique lines out of her this season.
It seems like she's been really experimenting with different lines, and we know it's by design. Rachel, a veteran driver, she is likely, seeing what's there for later on this season. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely, and definitely she's a veteran, and definitely it's on purpose. This is not some kind of rookie mistake. What she's doing is driving in deep and high and almost stopping and cutting down the track and getting a good run off the corner. I think more people should be trying it, because if Rachel's doing it and making it work, it means it does work, and you just got to master the technique. So Ripka trying to hold off Williams for a second. Ripka's been up here all night. How about let's look in on Leal and what he's doing. So with the fresh rubber, Leal back to 13th now, behind Spear and Fleming. This is the problem, or one of them. You might be faster, but where are you going to go when guys are side by side in front of you?
Nowhere. Just got to sit there and watch it play out. So frustrating.
Ripka and Williams still battling. My goodness. Jackson still lurking behind them. They start to really battle. Bruce holding off Ratliff. Looks like Tony Ratliff underneath a Corey Leal. And behind him, Hunt has joined the mix with Ian Spear. How about Ian Spear? Up 12 spots now. Ian having himself a run.
Hell of a drive.
Get another look in on this car here as well. It's Ian's corner. Have to get another good look at it here. Oh, Ian's Corner of Faith, that's right. So go check that out. Ian Spear over on Facebook. Doing a little Bible reading for you. And I got to tell you, he's excellent at it. You could use some of that there.
I could use Jesus. Jesus and I, we need to have a sit down.
There's no doubt. He's been saying that for some time.
Quit laughing at me. Do something.
Greg Ratliff a little loose off the corner, trying to fight with Darren Bruce. Bruce prevails and comes up quickly onto Jason Jackson. Great corner by the 15 as Ripka and Williams almost hitting each other up there. They're battling so hard. Meanwhile, Reiner walking away. Good hard racing here. Jason Jackson now underneath of Claus Williams. Did Claus burn up his stuff fighting with Ripka? Ripka is clear, and now he's got a ton of work to try and run down Reiner and only 14 laps to do it. Here comes Greg Ratliff underneath of Bruce. So the big dog coming forward here late. Bruce battling back on the high side. He's in the wall. Now Corey Leal come underneath. So Bruce struggling here late.
We talked about it. Darren Bruce, maybe not a fan of this track at this point. Probably just trying to get what he can get here with 13 to go.
Here comes Leal. Time winding down. I don't think he's going to make it back to the front, but he's looking for all he can get. Tony Ratliff blocks the bottom.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to get enough time here, Dean. He would have to be in the top 5 right now to really have a shot at this.
Yeah, he's in the world, and he'll go high this time. I think that's a smart move. He readjusts, and that's what these type of drivers do. They're pros. They figure it out. Oh, and he gets squeezed into the wall for his efforts as Tony Ratliff not giving any room out there tonight.
Nope.
He squeezed him low, he squeezed him high. He says, you just stay where you are, all right?
Your fresh tires be damned. I'm going to keep you behind me.
That's right. I mean, it's hard racing. We're getting down to almost 10 to go here. Fleming up 19.
Just saying the way it is. Yeah, saying the way it is, Greg Ratliff knows what it means if Corey Leal or George Leal gets around him, right? Because there's your championship, your defending championship driver there. Every point's going to matter.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, George is going to be raced a little bit harder here. Guys just don't want to give up these spots. And there's no reason you should. It's late. It is go time here. Reiner out here, he's called it gone time because he's gone. Ripka, though, trying to run him down, but nothing doing. There is Williams, the big fight, Jason Jackson with Greg Ratliff all over his back. There goes Ratliff down to the inside, throws it in deep. You can see that car leaning on that right front. He might have a nose on entry here, the 5 down the bottom. Jackson with a great entrance, though. Can he hold it and get some speed off the corner? He can enough, anyway.
He is clear, yeah.
There is George Leal. He's made his way to 7th now. He's cleared the rest of those guys from that pack. He heads on up to the next pack. Greg Ratliff working on Jason Jackson. That battle for 4th position.
Corey Leal in this mix, too.
Yeah, Corey's been real good, and he's been good for a while. He's always been, I don't think he qualifies great, but he comes through the field each and every time. And out of nowhere, you see George Leal to the high side of his brother. So with a big run, George Leal now moves up to 6th spot. Oh, and contact, Jason Jackson, Greg Ratliff. Ratliff gives him a poke, runs him up the track. George Leal in the middle, 3 wide. He slips on through. Oh, Jason Jackson going to be hot about that one. We'd have to have another look at it. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but definite contact. Bruce in a fight with Tony Ratliff. Tony going to easily go through. Here comes Ian Spear into the top 10 now, up 12 spots. So Ian coming forward. What a run by the 32.
Ian Spear really showing us something tonight.
Yeah, I mean, in bragging rights, he's in front of Jason Spear. Jason, red car right behind Rachel Hunt there.
Yeah.
And he's got to be thinking, I got to get up here and beat Ian.
How about that? How about that? Folks, if you don't know Jason Spear very well, that ain't going to sit well for long.
And it will not sit well.
No.
Ripka has, run down Reiner a little bit, but it's pretty, I think the gap a little too big here as we come down to 3 to go for Bryce Reiner. Claus Williams in 3rd. There's Ratcliffe and George Leal. Leal coming late. I mean, got a fresher rubber, but they're not that much fresher, so he'll take to the high side here on Greg Ratliff, looking to get a big run off the corner, which he will. Ratliff blocks the bottom, or no, there's a car up there, so he had to avoid him. That's Reggie Evans up there. Oh, and it looked like George made to give him a little poke there, or at least thought about it.
Gave him a little attaboy, attaboy. All right, good block. Thanks for your effort coming through.
So there he goes down on the bottom. I think he'll get this spot as we come down to 1 to go. Bryce Reiner leading, Ripka in 2nd. It looks like it's all Reiner has to do is hold on and not make any mistakes. Look back to this battle. And Ratliff, Greg, doing a nice job holding him off. Too much power from the 51. He comes through, and Greg Ratliff breaks loose there. He saves it. Up front, Bryce Reiner down into 4. The 14 of Bryce Reiner going to be victorious here in the ECWP Phoenix 140. Ripka, Williams, Leal, and Greg Ratliff going to be your top 5. So another win for the 14. I mean, man, is he tough, Baron.
Tough customer right there. Hard to beat that, gentleman.
He took on all comers. He battled with Ripka. He battled with Leal. Claus Williams was up there. Jason Jackson was up there. But it's the 14 prevailing. I mean, he's a true wheelman up here. You're going to have to do something special to beat this man.
Yes, you are. And if consistency matters, if he will be consistently in the races, that's going to be a long road, a lot season for the rest of the field.
Takes to burning them down. Gonna put his mark on that logo out there. Gotta mark your spot, Baron.
That's right.
All right, let's take a commercial break. We'll come back. We'll get some race interviews in. here at the beautiful Phoenix Raceway. We're just seeing the ARCA cars there. Baron, what have you heard? What have you seen?
Only what you've told me, Dean, and I got to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to racing them.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot of fun. Go try them out on iRacing, folks. Really enjoying what I'm seeing so far. Here's tonight's race results. Of course, we went through your top five. Then you got Corey Leal, Jason Jackson, Tony Ratliff, Ian Spear, and Rachel Hunt, your top 10. A little further back, Jason Spear, Bruce Gilly, Walker the Second, Whiting, Aber, Fleming, Merton, Stevie Knight, and I'm clicking the wrong button a little further back.
A little different from Stevie Nicks.
You got Reggie Evans there in 20th, Troy Torgensen in 21st. You can find your favorite driver from there. A couple from the guys in the chat. Paul Kay in 24th, Jason Brantley 25th. So some tough night. George Dibble had a nice run going for a while, but wrecked out. So he ends up laps down. There's always good and there's always bad, Baron.
Well, there is. There's haves and have-nots, and tonight was a little bit of everything, but Phoenix did deliver on all of it, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a fun race. I mean, the guys, the cars weren't great for passing out there, but a couple of cautions brought them together, and we've seen some good, hard racing action. I like what I saw. There's no doubt. But let's get right into our race interviews here as we bring in our third place finisher, the number 16, Claus Williams. Claus, great finish here tonight.
Yeah, it was a great race. I'm glad to be back in the booth with you guys. I haven't been in the top three on a podium finish in quite a while, so it's great to talk to you guys.
Well, and you earned it here tonight, Claus. I mean, tell us a little bit about it, man. You had to work hard. Guys keep trying to, make runs on the bottom. You had to take to the high side to make some passes and to hold off some guys. It was not easy tonight, was it?
Not at all. I mean, my hands hurt from gripping the wheel, but like I was telling Lance, I said this league has got a lot of drivers where you can run side by side and trust that they're not going to take you out or they're going to run you clean. And man, it makes it so much more fun when you can run side by side, lap after lap, and try fight for position.
Yeah, I mean, trust is huge. You guys seem to have developed it. There's a lot of people in here, but you know them all, and that is the key. And that, that's kind of what I wanted to bring up with you is, we get to know you a bit, Claus, and it seems to me pretty consistently you take to the high side. Baron was talking about it. Different personalities drive different ways, especially at a track like this. What were you finding about the track here tonight?
The low line was a better line for most of the part, but if somebody got under you, you could hold them off and even pass them. But the low line was better for tire wear, and that's where I was saving tires in the beginning of the run, and at the end I seemed to be faster than I'd catch them. I'd run them down at the end and get right on them, but I couldn't do nothing with it. I didn't have enough tire to get around them once I caught them, but it was a lot of fun. I tell you that.
So we get down towards the end of the race. Caution there at the end. We see the likes of George Leal come down and pit. He finishes one behind you, by the way. I'm a little surprised by that, but not surprised being as George. But were you considering pitting there at the end?
I was going to do whatever the leaders did in front of me, and if they pitted, I was coming in and getting tires, but I had a feeling they weren't going to. I mean, we only had like 5 laps on those tires or 4 laps, so it wasn't like we were out there for a long time. So.
Well, I don't know, but you did all your decision making was correct tonight, Claus. Been impressed with you for a long time. Your fight, I love the way you fight. Nothing's giving, everything is earned out there. Love the high line running, and I love that you got a third place finish here tonight. Big congratulations, brother. We'll turn it over to you. Anybody you want to thank? Heck, anything you want to say.
I want to thank the sponsors to the league. They do a great job. Live Church and East Coast Printing. I mean, they're huge in this league. I'd like to thank Todd and George for running this league and everybody else. I mean, this is a great league to be in and have a blast every week with these guys.
All right, Baron. That was Claus Williams with an impressive third place finish.
Welcome back, Claus. Third place, great job. Big applause to get you back on the podium. But I'm up here with the second place finisher, Lance Ripka, no stranger to the podium. Lance, what did you need to beat that 14 machine tonight?
I think I just needed to get around Claus, beat him a little bit, a couple laps sooner. I might have been able to get to his bumper, but it'd have been a tough pass where our tires were so equal. You know, he would have had to screw up for me to get around him.
Yeah, we watched that all night. It was kind of a give and take as the tires wore out on these machines and the track started to develop. Were you loose? Were you tight? How was the car?
A little bit of both. It all depended on how you hit the corner. There's times where you're pretty snappy loose off. Later in the run, it was definitely loose. You know, the right rear wore out, so you had to be really gentle with the throttle. But for the most part, I felt that the car was, you know, maybe a touch on the loose side, slightly neutral.
Well, it's not a bad thing if you're neutral, but did you have to move around to help the car handle, or was this kind of what you got, what you got?
Well, I think there was times where you could get, you know, middle, second groove through turn 3 and 4, or whatever turn that is at this track nowadays. Um, but I don't think you could sustain it up there. I think that it would wear the tires too much for a long run. But the middle line through 1 and 2, that was the money line. I don't know. You could probably gone up a little bit higher and get that run off. But for me, it just didn't seem like I had enough of a run to get under the next car.
So 4 races into the season, how you feel about how the season has gone so far, and any thoughts on what we got moving forward?
Well, it definitely started off a little rocky. Trying to get it, a couple. Got in a couple incidents in the first couple of races. It seems like I'm becoming the bridesmaid again. I got to figure out a way to get around George and Bryce. But yeah, I mean, we just got to keep knocking on the door, keep pushing it. Eventually they'll come.
Well, second place finish. Congratulations, who you got to thank for your evening tonight?
Definitely want to thank Live Church, East Coast Web Printers, Ripka Designs, WTTV. You guys do a heck of a job. And my go-to, everybody in this league, hands down, best. Todd, Greg, all those guys, Jason, all those guys in the background that make this thing go. You guys do a hell of a job. Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, congratulations, Lance. Dean, second place in the number 52 machine, Lance Ripka tonight.
Yeah, Lance did a nice job. He fought hard all night, but there was one guy one spot better. Batman himself, number 14, Bryce Reiner. Bryce, congratulations, man. Another hard-fought victory.
It sure was hard fought. Excuse my voice and the sound of it. I am feeling severely under the weather, so pardon that. But yeah, I mean, Batman takes the reins here, but what could have been on Sunday, who knows? But I loved watching the broadcast live. It was awesome.
Watching it live. I mean, Bryce, what are we talking about? You were driving the car.
Yes,
That's illegal.
Sunday.
Okay. No, I'm like, I hope not. I mean, you get a couple of tips, maybe. I don't know if you want to use them, but nonetheless, Bryce. So the big point, I think, in the race was pit road. I mean, I believe you came under caution. You come in there in second place and came out in first. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I believe that was the last caution that we had, that we were able to pit, and I tried to get right on George's bumper, which I did, and kind of followed him down and got in my pit stop pretty well. Didn't slide anything, and when my left sides went down, George was also coming out, and I was like, okay, I might actually beat him as long as I don't light up the tires, and for some reason, I don't know if it was a slow stop or a slow get in for the pits for George, but we were able to get out front in the lead, and then him having his issue coming off pit road gave us the lead, and we tried to not look back and just look forward.
Well, you did just that, but I mean, you weren't. It wasn't like you were unchallenged. I mean, late, a little bit of help because second and third got to battle on each other a couple of times. I'm sure that was, music to your ears, so to speak, or music for the eyes, I guess. But you had your battles tonight. I mean, you're trying to come up through there. You're fighting Lance. Lance is holding you off. You got by him late in the first run, and then later it was the same story with George Leal. Leal trying to hold you off. Tell us a little bit about those battles.
Yeah, the battles are great. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but it's always good to battle them, but it feels like I'm always the one trying to get around them and they never try to get around me. Which, they get around me during, the first couple laps of the green flag run. But
Well,
I
let me
just
interrupt you, Bryce.
yeah, go ahead.
That's a bit on purpose, isn't it? Like, I mean, I think tonight, well, you didn't have the pole, but even when you do have the pole and you get up there, often you will fall to second, third, fourth place by design, is it not?
Um, sorta. I don't know. It's just how I find my braking zones, and if I'm right tucked right underneath someone, I'm gonna brake a little bit earlier than them, just to save that front. And then often on the exits, I'm not full throttle to where they are. I'm full throttle, you know, probably three-fourths to pretty much almost out of the turn where I get to full throttle again, and that just kind of helps me in the long run. And yeah, it sucks getting passed early on, but if I have anything to do with it, I will probably try to pass them later on in the run, and that's what we do. And battling with Lance and George, that's always fun, and it's tough, but we try to get it done nice and clean.
Well, you do, and of course, nobody wants to drop positions. I didn't mean that part was on purpose, right?
No, yeah, yeah.
But definitely saving the tires and all that. Amongst guys who do it well, you're doing it the best right now. And I want to go off topic here a little bit. Go off to the Arca car, Bryce. Have you tried the Arca car, and what do you think about it?
I have not touched it, but I have heard good things. I've heard bad things. It drives like a boat. A couple other things, but um, no, I haven't gone to purchase it yet. But hopefully soon enough I will.
All right, I thought I'd throw it
Yeah.
out there. I thought maybe you'd tried it. I'm having some fun with it. I hope you go
Well,
try it
that's
out.
awesome.
Of course, there's going to be some boat issues because it's a rookie car, so to speak, but a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
Bryce, watching you race, man, we're having a ton of fun out here watching these battles, and I'm sure we're going to see more of the same going forward, man. There's no shortage of battles. You got to be perfect. You were perfect tonight, so to speak. Got up here, another victory. Points battle is remarkably close here. I mean, Jason Jackson's throwing his hat in this ring as well. So you got some work to do yet. It's going to be fun, man. Congrats on this, Bryce. Another great victory. Baron, you got something for us?
No, no, congratulations, Bryce. Look, I feel your pain, brother. Sometimes you pass the same car 6 times in a race just to win it. So patience and consistency is going to win this championship for you, brother. Great job.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. For everything that you do up in the booth each and every night. But yeah, it's awesome to try to pass the same guys or get in different battles, here and there. But just want to give a shout out to all the admins that run this league. It's an awesome league, and if anybody wants to join, feel free. And I gotta reach out to George or Todd for that matter. But great battle with Lance and George up front, and partially Klaus in the end of the thing. And shout out to DSS, Digital Sport Sim Sports, Martin PC, Team Conti. And we look forward to racing Sebring next week at this time. Or, well, yeah, next week, Friday. And my internet connection won this week. So I'm proud of that. And we got some fighting to do in the Xfinity League, but we'll keep running along with the Gen 6.
All right, Bryce, congratulations again. Barrett, race winner, Bryce Reiner. He's making this championship heat up here as we got, unofficially, we got 4 guys within 5 points here. It's going to be a thrilling season.
That's the way we like it, Dean. It was a great race, and yeah, tightening up this points battle. Make sure that you tune in again next week and see what happens next.
Absolutely. Each and every week, we got the coverage of the East Coast Web Printers Gen 6 series here with RGR Racing. But for myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Baron Labosco, that's going to wrap it up for Phoenix Raceway. And we'll see you right here on